Hello guys, my name is Abel and today we'll be going over student one tasks, which were my tasks. So let's share my screen, right? So this is our this is the section that I was kind of focusing on to create a new node tab like section. Um so let's start. We can start right here. This was my HTML code, pretty much just a header, create a new node, which is right here. This is the section I was working on. Um so we just had I basically had to make a form for, adding the node, the actual node. And this would be, you know, input for the title right here, and then the content, and then the tag. That's what it was consisted of, which is right here, title, content, tag, and then the button, which was the submit button, which you can see is pretty much the add note button right here, which you can see is right here. All right, let's go to my next part. The next part is right here. As you can see, it's a this is in the Java. Essentially, I had to get the values for the input fields, like what exactly is going in. Um, and so first this was the for the title section, this was for the content, and then this was for the tags. But for the tags, something in particular we had to do was split them into an array. We figured that out. And then the actual creating the notes, which consisted of the three sections that I said, which were the title content tags right here. And then this was this basically just says checks it's if it saves, if you actually put notes inside, and then once press submit add note, it gives you this output message that says note added successfully. Once you press this, and then let's go to my styles. My styles was one right here. Um, this was mainly just kind of getting it all pretty. For example, for background, if I do right now it's red. Let's say if I do something like dark. I save it. Yep, turns out. And then right here, this is also like the border. It's red. It's kind of hard to see, but around the little borders of the section, it's red. Um, and yeah, that's essentially what we got so far. Thank you for watching.
I was one of the students working on the Notes application project for CS212. And in this short video, I'll just be explaining the code itself that I wrote for phase one, any of the challenges that I faced, and I'll showcase it on the actual website. All right, so I'll just go over what I did for phase one. So in phase one, I worked on the header, the navigation bar, home section, and the dynamic section switching. So what I did for the header was I made sure to include the project title and a brief description. I'll show you guys at the end in the actual website. The header bar, it includes a welcome section. And I also styled it with a gradient background for a professional look. And the navigation bar lets you either switch between home, create notes, and view notes. So those are the three buttons that we have right now, but we will make sure to include more at the end of phase two. And I also make sure to add a hover effect over those buttons, so it just enhances it. I did this in CSS. And another thing that I did, which I use JavaScript for, is that I added a dynamic section switching feature. And what this does is, for example, click and create notes, hides the home section, and displays the form. So it just allows you to flip through the pages. So I'll just be showcasing this on the actual code. So here's the code that we all have. We make sure to do. As you can see, here are the three sections I had for my HTML code I wrote. So in the HTML code, the three things that I wrote was the header section, which just simply, it just has the header design out there. The navigation bar, this is where it has all the links for the navigation and the buttons. I'll show you guys later. And the last thing I did for HTML was I created a home section. It simply just welcomes the user, and that's the first thing that they see. And I just enhanced this a lot by using the other code that was available, like CSS and Java. So here's a CSS code. And for headers, obviously I wanted to make it more appealing for the user. So I use CSS. I use the color white, the padding, the box shadow, the hover effects, all that kind of stuff. And this is just the styling for the navigation bar and all that. And of course, I also did some other stuff in script again for the navigation. So my main thing was getting the navigation kind of like overall layout of the project itself on the website. So you guys can see here, this is the section and the navigation part. This is where I did the work here. And yeah, that's what the main code and main contributions for me was for phase one. And I'll show you guys the actual website. So let's refresh this. So here's the homepage, of course. It's a welcome to students. It says welcome to notes application, and this is what we have right now, the three navigation bars right here, home, create notes, and view notes. Of course, I'd show you guys the homepage, and here's the create notes. Let's do example. Let me type my name, content. I'll just write something random. And I'll just add the note. It tells you has been added successfully. Right. This is has been added successfully. And we can view the notes. You can see it right here. The notes is right here. Error notes. Let me refresh it. Leave those the other one. Yeah. And there's two notes now. And, of course, it does just using the storage part. And in the future, we'll add more features in phase two, which will allow the user to delete them and create more uh, of an appealing look for the website. So some of the challenges that we face, we had some challenges. Of course, like the ones I just showed you, one of the first challenges was figuring out how to get everybody on the same in visual code and programming section. You know, that was probably one of the most challenging one. But other than that, it wasn't that challenging. But for me personally, I did have some challenges. Like for example, the navigation bar. And that was because I was trying to utilize CSS Flexbox for the responsiveness, and also just to adjust the layout on the screen and ensuring the desktop and mobile it works over there. And of course, I don't have yeah, I have it right here. Okay, this is what it's not finished yet, of course, but this is what I've done so far. I've completed all the tasks I need to do. The only thing that's pending right now is archiving the notes. So I need to figure out and complete the part where I can archive the notes and just delete the notes if I want or reuse them. But overall, yeah, that was it for my phase one. We'll be sure to include more for phase two and get it all sorted out. All right, thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mohammed. Me and my team created a note-taking application that's going to help users like you create, manage, and effectively have a note-taking application in an easy and simple way. Now, let's get started with the explanation. Um, Through this project, a lot of the work, especially for me, tied down to these topics right here, which was tagging system implementation, which is creating a function that allows you to categorize their notes like work, study, or so in our code right here, um this was through some of the Java and the CSS as well, we were able to create areas on the notes where you can edit you can create the title of the content where you can make it work, personal or study. That's one way we implemented those task functions. Another one was those button designs, such as add notes right here or up here under the home button and view notes. But I thought those are really important. Some challenges I had in the process was creating and similar to our proposal template with having some kind of application where we can upload images with those notes as well. Those are under my challenges right down here, which is creating a tagging system to categorize notes and allows users to attach and upload the images with the notes. Because I know through that process, it's going to make the user experience much better, which is a big part of projects like these. Um, Again, that is a challenge that we and the other teammates will continue to work on. But through this process, I believe we've created something that I know is worth one of the highest grades among other students as well. And I know through our work, we're going to make meaningful change and something that you guys would appreciate using through users. So thank you.